What's up, everybody? It's Bree here at Vinyasa Wave. Welcome or welcome back if you've been here before. I know it's been a minute since I've posted on here, but going forward, I will be posting more regularly. So please tell me what you'd like to see. Yoga is always going to be on here. That's the base of this channel, but we can do sculpt, more stretch and mobility, mat Pilates. If you want to break down shapes, we can do that as far as like yoga poses or certain like stretch and mobility shapes. We can break down those. You just let me know what you want to see and I'll get it on here for you, okay? Today is going to be stretch and mobility. I will be using blocks and a resistance band. You don't have to use either, but if you do want to use something to assist yourself with, but you don't have blocks and a resistance band, you can use blankets, towels, honestly, even shoes, pillows, just something to prop yourself up with so you aren't forcing yourself into these shapes, something just to help you with. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start on our back, so lay down, knees are bent, feet are flat. Lay on your back. I'll meet you when you're ready. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're starting on our back, knees are bent, feet are flat. And then as always, whenever I teach stretch and mobility, I like to remind you that breath is super, super important. You wanna be present when you're stretching so that way we know where our body is in space, we can relax and not tense our muscles. And usually then we can get into those spaces a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and lay all the way down. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Go ahead and turn your heels out, bring your knees in, and just bring your arms down by your side. And just breathe here. Slowly start to bring your awareness to your body, to your breath before we start moving. Big breath in and a breath out. Good, one more big breath in and an exhale. Good. Go ahead and get your feet parallel. So bring them to a more natural space. So forward and backwards, and the knees are normal. So open them up to a comfortable distance. We're gonna start rolling up the spine. So we're gonna press into our heels. Slowly press your low back into the floor. So usually when we're laying down like this, the most natural space is you're usually sitting with your belly up like this. So we're gonna press it into the floor first. You gotta tilt that pelvis back a little bit. Press it into the floor. Then on the inhale, we're gonna roll up the spine. So starting with the hips, roll one vertebrae at a time all the way up till you get to your upper back. Then on the exhale, you roll down, starting with the upper back. So you gotta tuck that booty under again, roll, roll, roll one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Good. Usually what happens is when we say lift and lower, we just lift and lower like this. So we want to make it nice and slow so we articulate each vertebrae in the spine. Roll all the way up. Roll all the way down. Beautiful. Again, roll. So low back, mid back, upper back. And then when your hips come up, try to pull that chin away from the chest so we don't have a crunchy neck spine. You want it nice and long. Then roll down the spine. So upper back, mid back, low back. Perfect. Arms come out to the side, bring your knees into your chest, just gently rock side to side. Kind of warm up that low back, a little massage. Good, bring it back through center, hold it here. Send your left leg out, keep that right knee in the chest. We're gonna hold it here using the core just to hold that knee in place. Hold it here. And then see if you can start to press your low back into the floor. Hold that right knee here, and then start to roll your right ankle out. All the way out. And then switch directions. See if you can just move the ankle and the foot, not the knee. All the way around. Good, meet back in the center. Hold it here. On the exhale, send that right leg up to the sky. Again, we're still only using the core to hold this in place. Press your low back into the floor. So you're trying to make an imprint of your spine on the floor. That's how much you're pressing your back into the floor. Leg is straight up, and then right away, see if you can pull your toes down towards your face and then point your toes up to the sky. Pull your toes down, point your toes up. Good, down and up. Down and up. Good job. Two more. Down and up. Last one, down and up. Good. Now take your hands, gently pull on that leg towards the face. Don't get crazy. We'll add the band in a few moments. Just get a little spice in the back of that leg. Good, and then this left leg is still working. It's still active. So squeeze your left thigh, press your left heel into the floor. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. We're just gently pulling that leg into towards the face. Good, on the exhale, release. Open up the arms. Bend your knee into your chest, and then on the exhale, we take that knee all the way over to the left side of the mat. Option to use your block right now or whatever you're using. If the floor is too far away, then you'll put your knee on a block. You can use any side of that block that you'd like or find the floor. Think about wringing out the side of your body. Take a big breath in and a breath out. One more, all the way in and all the way out. Good, when we're in this shape, so twists, usually what happens is we start to relax in that shape, but we want to still keep them active. So when you find this twist, your right shoulder is trying to pull to the floor while this right knee is trying to pull to the floor on the other side. So we're actively pulling ourselves away, getting deeper into this twist. So on your exhale, as you get deeper into that space, and then the inhale, you pause in that space. Good. Now let's move with the breath. So keep your knee wherever it is. On the exhale, take your right hand all the way over to your left hand. Good. On your inhale, we're going to draw a rainbow up and over our body, keeping your right knee in place. So we're working with the upper body mobility right now. Exhale, bring that hand all the way over. Inhale, up and over. Good. Keep moving with your breath. Usually what happens is when you take that arm up and over, that knee comes with you. We want to keep pressing that knee down while you pull your chest away. So we get deeper into that twist. Then you begin again. One more. Inhale, up and over all the way around. Hold it here. Good. Take a big breath in. Bring that knee back in through center. On the exhale, we switch sides. Right leg goes long. Left knee comes into the chest. Just use the core. Hold it in place. Press your back into the floor. And then roll that left ankle out. Good. Switch directions. Go the opposite way. Good. Meet back in the center. Hold it here. On the exhale, send that leg up to the sky. Use the core to hold it in place. You got to squeeze that quad. Your right leg is active. Squeeze that thigh. And then pull your toes down. Point your toes up. Pull your toes down and point your toes up. Good job. Keep going. Down and up. Two more. Down and up. Last one. Pull it down as far as you can and then point those toes up. Good job. Hold it here. Find a neutral space. And then now on the exhale, grab those hands, gently pull on that leg towards your body. Take a big breath in and a breath out. Good. On the exhale, open those arms. Take that leg all the way over to the right side, bend the knee. Again, if the floor is too far away, we'll put a block underneath us. You can use any side that you'd like or find the floor, but arms go wide. Now, this left knee is trying to push down as the left shoulder pulls away. Imagine somebody's trying to rotate you. Wring out the side of that body. Big, deep breaths here all the way in. And a breath out. Big breath in. And a breath out. Good, we move with the breath now. On the exhale, take this left hand all the way over to the right. Draw a rainbow up and over the body, but keep this knee in place. Keep pressing it down. So if you have it on a block or a pillow, whatever you got, press it into there. Twist away from that knee while you're constantly pushing pressure here. Then you bring the hand around. Begin again. Inhale. Exhale, pull it through. Inhale. Good. Bring it through. Last one. Inhale and stop when your left hand's on that left side of the mat. Hold it here. Inhale, bring that left knee back into the chest. Good. Bring both knees into your chest. Gently rock until you make it up to a seated position facing the front of the room. Good. Go ahead and rock until you can stand all the way up. I'm going to stand at the back of my mat, but you don't have to. Stand up nice and tall here first. Your feet are going to be about hip distance apart. We're going to do a spinal roll. So we did a spinal roll on the floor, but now we're going to do it standing. I'm going to stand sideways just so you can see, and then I'll do it to the front. So stand up nice and tall. Pull those shoulders back. Strong core. We bring our chin down first. So bring the chin down. And then it's the same thing, one vertebrae at a time. Roll starting with the upper back, mid back, low back. Super slow. Keep your body close to your thighs. Roll all the way down. You should start to feel your hips hinge. Let the butt bones start to rotate up. Reach the floor or as far as your body will allow. Take a nice little pause here. Knees can be slightly bent, and then we do the reverse. Your head is the last thing to come up. So on the inhale, slowly start rising from the ankles, the knees, the hips. Then once we get to the hips, it's the low back, mid back, upper back. Then the head comes up. Good. Keep going with your breath. I'll do it from this way too. On the exhale, chin comes down. Roll down your body. Nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time. Reach for the floor as far as your body will go. Then roll up the spine. Good. Remember, your head's the last thing to come up on the way up. Good. Do two more. And then we're going to put some blocks behind us for the next thing that we're going to add on to our spinal roll. So do your spinal roll as normal. So on the exhale, you roll. Go all the way down. Nice and slow. Reach the bottom. Then you return to top. Good. Now you can use a chair, your blocks, stack up some pillows, the couch, whatever you got. We're going to spinal roll, and then we're going to go into our yogi squat at the bottom. So once we roll all the way down, we're going to come down to our yogi squat. If this is not a comfortable space for you, that's when we're going to use either our blocks, a couch, a chair, something, so that way it's comfortable for you to get into and then begin again. So I'll show you without the blocks, and then we'll incorporate whatever you're using. So on the exhale, same thing. We'll roll down the spine all the way down. Once we reach the bottom, then turn your toes out if they're not already, and then we're slowly going to bend into the knees, bring your booty down, lift your chest, and then begin again. Roll all the way up. The head is the last thing to come up. Good. Now, if we need the blocks or your couch or a chair, whatever you got, you'll just incorporate it at the bottom. So on the exhale, you roll, just like you've already been doing. And then when you bring your booty down for that yogi squat, you just come down to a comfortable seat and then begin again. Good. You have two more. Roll down, chin into the chest. Good. Bring it down. Finish with the chest up nice and tall. Engage the back, the whole back body. Then you begin again. Head tucks down. Lift the booty. Stay down. Keep the head down. Then you roll from the upper back or low back, mid back, upper back. Whoa! I forgot my anatomy for a second. And roll one more time. Roll down. Good. At the bottom, find that yogi squat. And then begin again. Fold. Lift the hips. Roll from the low back, mid back, upper back. Beautiful job. All right. Now you can move those blocks out of the way, or if you're next to a chair or something, you can move away. We're going to start to do some good mornings. We're going to work the hip hinge. Hinging at the hips is super important when it comes to stretching and mobility work. Like learning how to move your pelvis is huge. That's usually a lot of the times what's blocking you from being able to get into deeper spaces in your body. So feet are nice and wide, stand up nice and tall. Hands can stay on the hips or behind the head. On the exhale, Keep your body nice and flat. We're just going to take our hips back. Good. Then on the inhale, lift, nice and tall. Good. Usually when we hinge, we tuck our butt and then we lean forward this way, or the shoulders come forward. So I want everything long. Use those little butt bones. If you press into your butt cheeks, you'll feel butt bones. Try to get those to go straight behind you. Long spine. Then on the inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. Good. 2 more. Lower, flat back. Close this hip crease. Send your butt cheeks back. And then lift. Last one. Lower. Send the butt back. Beautiful. And lift. Awesome. Now come down to your tabletop so you're on your hands and your knees. Good. Still working that spinal movement here. So on the inhale, we're going to do cat-cow. Inhale, you drop the belly, send the gaze forward. You're pulling your chest forward, lift that chin. On the exhale, you push away from, or push into the floor. Round the spine, bring your chin into your chest. When we do cat-cow, usually we're rushing through it. We want to slow it down. When you're rounding, you're pushing into the floor. Push away from the floor. You're separating the shoulder blades. This one, you are tucking your tailbone, rounding through your spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Pull your heart forward. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, find a neutral space. Send this right arm forward. On the exhale, you're just going to make a circle towards the back of the room and then sweep it forward on the inhale. So turn the chest towards the right. You're pushing into this left hand, circling up and over that body. So you got to engage the back body and circle. 2 more. Good. Bring it back to the front. Lower that hand for a second. Tuck your toes in the back. Send your right arm forward again. On the exhale this time, you're going to circle back like you already did, but this time sit back onto the hips, or sit back onto the heels. Right arm reaches. Good. Inhale, send it forward. Take the arm with you. Exhale, sit back onto the heels. Good. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale, send it back. And then this one on the inhale, come back to a neutral space. Switch sides. Left arm comes forward. Just find that circle first. So turn your chest towards the left, and then you circle forward. Good. Keep pressing into that right hand so we're not collapsing into that right shoulder. You want a nice strong arm. Circle all the way around. Meet back in the center on this breath. Tuck the toes if they're not already. This one we move with the breath now. So on the exhale, sit back onto the heels. Left arm comes back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This one on the exhale, sit all the way back and then come back to a neutral space. Good. From here, we're just going to work some ankle. Oh my gosh, where's my anatomy today? Wrist mobility. So we're just going to rock back and forth, keeping your hands forward. Rock back and forth. See if you can lean super far forward. Again, we're pushing into the hands, separating those shoulder blades. Our core is still nice and tight. Rock side to side. Good. Now turn your fingers away from each other. So the heels of your hand are facing in, fingers are facing out. Now you rock side to side. Good. Now keep moving. Turn your fingers towards your knees. If having both hands like this is too much, then I would just turn one normal and then turn one towards you. Or if you need some space in the body, put your hand on a block and see if you can get one hand to turn. Then once we find a comfortable spot, now you go back and forth again. This one you want to try to get as far as you can back and then rock forward. Sit as far back as you can. while trying to keep the heel of the hand down. Good, inhale, come through center. Now bring your fingertips towards the front again so they're in a normal space. Then we're gonna flip them over. So your fingertips are facing your knees, but you're on the tops of your hands. Again, if having both at the same time is too much, then just keep one normal and turn one hand towards your knees. And then rock back and forth. This one you're not gonna be able to get as much range of motion as you did before, and that's okay, but it's stretching the front of that forearm. And then if you had one normal and one split, then split the other one. Good, bring it back to a neutral space. Tuck the toes if they're not already. We're gonna sit back onto the heels, sitting up nice and tall in that body. Good, we're gonna take our arms, we're gonna do eagle arms. So you're gonna put your right arm underneath your left and then cross your hands. If having them cross like this is too much, then just keep them open, or I would just hug your shoulders. But we're gonna do seated cat-cow. So on the inhale, look up to the sky, send your belly forward, arch your spine. Then on the exhale, you round. Bring your chin into your chest, bring your elbows down towards the belly button. Now, as we're working this spinal mobility, we're stretching out our toes and our feet. Foot health, foot flexibility, foot mobility is super important. Exhale, round. Inhale, bring it through. Exhale, round. Good, last one, inhale. And exhale. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and lay all the way down onto our bellies. So you're gonna lay down. Good. From here, you're gonna pull your right knee off to the side like this, trying to get a 90 degree. Right away, you're probably tensing up right here in this right hip. Try your best to relax and actively pull this right hip down, okay? Then from here, we're just gonna come to our forearms. So elbows are right underneath the shoulders, pulling your chest forward, and then we're pushing into the elbows so our shoulders are away from our ears, and I'm actively pulling this right hip down. Good, take a big breath in, and a breath out. Hold it here. Good, one more. Good, from here, we're gonna push into the hands, straighten through the arms, see if we can get a little deeper into this space. If this pinches your low back right away, slide your hands out so it's not so pinchy, or start to straighten that leg a little bit. Squeeze your glutes, lift that heart, lift your chest, pull your heart towards the front of the room that you're in. Again, same thing, push into those elbows or those hands, keep those shoulders away from the ears, keep pushing. Good, now on the exhale, take your right hand, we're gonna thread it underneath your left arm, come down to that shoulder. Your head can either rest either on your shoulder, the floor, or a block. Hold it here, and then keep pressing down through that right hip. Take a big breath in, and a breath out. Big breath in, and a breath out. Good, on the exhale, come through center. We're gonna switch sides. So straighten that right leg, your left knee comes off to the side. Elbows come underneath the shoulders. You're in a Sphinx pose with the left knee off to the side. Now you're pushing your left hip down. Go ahead, push into those elbows, pull those shoulders away from the ears. Big breath in here. Your right leg is active. Squeeze the thigh, press the top of your foot into the floor. Big breath in. Breath out. Good, when you're ready, push into the hands. See if you can get a little deeper into this space. Good, one more breath. And on the exhale, we thread that needle. Left hand comes underneath the right. Find that shoulder and either rest your head on the floor or on a block. But we're actively pressing this left hip down. Good, on the inhale, come through center. Lift that chest, and then slide that leg all the way back. Good, then we're gonna lay all the way down again. Send your right arm out to the side, bend your left leg. Send it over to the right side, gently rest your head on the floor. See if you can get your foot to come down to the floor and then angle that left knee up to the sky. This left hand can either gently press that left knee open, it can stay on the hip, or you can try to find your right hand to get a little deeper into that space. And then big breath in here. Breath out. Good, on the exhale, come through center, switch sides. Your left arm comes out, bend your right knee, and then take it off to the left side of the mat. Gently rest your head on the floor. Start to lift that knee up to the sky. That right hand can stay here or try to find your right hand. Good, on the inhale, come through center. Good, push up to your tabletop so you're on your hands and your knees. And then we're gonna step our right foot forward, but we're gonna put one block underneath our right foot, straight there in the middle. And then that left knee is down. We're gonna rock into our right foot, dropping those hips, pull it back. Good, drop into those hips, pull it back. Good, as you move with your breath, we want to make sure the hips and shoulders are square. Lunging is pretty spicy in the body. So usually what happens is this right hip likes to sit up as we send it forward, or our whole body likes to open up to the left side as we lunge it forward. For this type of lunge we're doing right now, everything stays forward. Lean into that right knee, pull it back. Good, lean into the knee, drop the hips, pause at the bottom, bring it back. Inhale, exhale. This one on the inhale, we stay here. You can use your other blocks for support on either side. You could put your hands on your knee, lift that chest up nice and tall. Good, take a big breath in here. And a breath out. Hold it here. Keep actively pulling your shoulders back, big proud chest, letting the hips sink down. The top of your foot is pressing into the floor. Good, inhale, pull it back. Good, pull the hips back, straighten through this front leg so your heel is down, toes are up. Good, we're gonna balance here first. Get your hips and shoulders square. So again, usually this right hip likes to sit like this. So we gotta pull it down. If you have the opportunity to film yourself while you're doing this, it's huge because then you can see where your body is in space. Because sometimes you think you're doing something, then when you watch it back, you're not doing what you thought you were doing. I do it all the time where I'm like, yeah, hips are definitely level, and they're not. So if you can film yourself or have a mirror, definitely practice with one or the other or both. Hips and shoulders are square and level. That's key. Level means the hips are level, basically. So they're in line with each other because this right hip likes to sit this way. Once we found that space, now on the exhale, lean forward. Bring your hands to that thigh. Don't go for depth. Don't reach for the floor. Don't find the block. I just want you to interlace your hands, place it on that right thigh. Lean forward with a long spine. Keep your shoulders back. Take a big breath in. And a breath out. 2 more. Last one, all the way in, all the way out. Good, on the inhale, lift. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. Left foot goes on the block. And then we just bend into that knee. Bend and then pull it back. Remember, try not to turn this way. Keep everything going forward. Drop the hips at the bottom. Pull it back. Lean forward. Pull it back. I like to move with my breath. So my inhale takes me forward, exhale pulls me back. I think of everything as a wave. Obviously, vinyasa wave, I love water, and the breath reminds me of water, and it helps me just kind of move easier into spaces, and then pull it back. Good, this one we hold it here. Hands come to your knee or to the block if you're using blocks, or if you have a chair next to you for support or a wall. But we're lifting our chest up, pulling those shoulders back, melting those hips down. Take a big breath in. And a breath out. One more. Good. Exhale, pull the hips back, heel down, toes are up. Remember, hips are square, so they're both facing forward, and level, so that left hip is pulling down. On the exhale, interlace your hands, just bring it to your thigh, lean forward slightly. Don't go for depth. Don't reach for the floor. Don't reach for your blocks. Hands to the thigh. You're sticking your butt back, toes pull back, and you have a long spine. Take a big breath here. And a breath out. Good. On the inhale, lift the chest. This next one's going to be a little spicy. We're going to work that front of the thigh. So you're going to bring your hands behind you. This is how I like to get into it. So I like to put my hands behind me, feet come flat on the floor. I'm going to step 1 foot forward, a little bit more forward. Then on my exhale, I'm going to rock forward towards the front of the mat. So I lift my hips, push into my hands. I'm supporting myself. Rock forward onto my toes. My right knee drops. Bring it down. Good. So I lift my hips first, rock forward, drop one knee down, bring it back in. Good. You can do it with a straight leg if you'd like straighten out that leg a little bit more so you have more space to move. Good. Bring it back and forth. If this shape is a little too spicy or we can't get into it today, that's totally fine. Your other option is, so if we want to do that right thigh, bring your left foot forward, and all you're going to do is just sit back onto that right foot. You might have to use your blocks for a little support because going all the way down to that heel is going to be real spicy. So you can use your blocks to slowly get into that space if the rocking back and forth isn't happening today, and that's totally okay. Okay, let's switch sides. So whichever version you're taking, you got 3 to 4 rocks. So rock forward. Bring it back. Rock forward. Remember, keep everything forward and back. So try not to let anything come out of the midline. Just keep it forward for now. Beautiful. Bring it back in. Good. Let's go ahead and lay all the way down. Lay all the way down on your back, and then you're going to take your block and your strap. Lay across your block. I like to put it kind of where the low back meets the top of my butt. Lay down. Grab your strap. Your left leg is going to go straight out. Press that left heel into the floor. That leg is active right away. And I'm always falling off my mat. And then my right foot is going to come all the way up. Press my foot into my strap or my towel or my sweatshirt, whatever I'm using. So we always work with a straight leg or working towards straight. So put some tension on the strap, work towards straight. Squeeze this thigh, squeeze your left thigh, your left heel's pressing into the floor. Both butt cheeks are centered across that block or pillow, whatever you're using. Now on the exhale, start to slowly pull your leg towards you. Hold it here. You got to keep engaging this quad. So you're squeezing as you're pulling your leg down towards you. Take a big breath in and a breath out. Good. On the inhale, release. Good. On the exhale, this time, we're going to cross over the body now. So grab the straps with your right hand. My left hand just comes out to the side for support. Cross the body. When you cross the body, this right butt cheek doesn't lift up. It stays pressing down. Cross the body. Once we've done that and you find a comfortable space, now take your toes, pull them back towards your face. You'll feel a little tingle on the side of your body. Keep pushing this right hip down. Pull the toes back. It's a lot happening in the body. Big breath in. And a breath out. Good. Inhale, come through center. Let's switch sides. Left leg comes up. So right away, the leg that's down, squeeze that quad, press the heel into the floor. Left foot gets that strap. Kick it into the strap. Then on the exhale, we pull towards the body. Squeeze this leg. This leg is still active, even though you have a strap on that's helping you. Squeeze the quad. Squeeze the calf. Exhale, pull the leg deeper to you. Good. Inhale, bring it back to a neutral space. Good. Now take this leg across the body. Hold it here. And then you pull your toes towards you. Your right arm comes out for balance, toes come towards you. You're trying to get your foot flat. So your dorsiflexion, pull the toes towards you. Keep kicking that foot into the strap. You're trying to work towards a straight leg. That left hip is pulling down. Good. On the inhale, bring it through center. Take the strap off. Keep the block there. We're going to put the soles of the feet together. Find recline butterfly, but we have the block under us, so we're really working those hips. Open up the arms. Maybe close the eyes here. And just relax. See if you can just let your knees roll open without squeezing your butt cheeks and holding them in place. Just relax. Big breath in. And a breath out. Good. One more breath. Good. On the exhale, slowly bring your knees together. Take that block out of the way. And then I usually like to end my stretch and mobility classes with a little chest opener. So take 2 blocks at the back of your mat or wherever you're working, and we're going to lay across them. So put your shoulder blades right across. Your knees can stay bent. They can stay straight, whatever's comfortable in your body. But arms go wide, and then just slowly let your head hang. On every exhale, see if you can melt around the blocks a little deeper. Good. You have 3 breaths here, all the way in, all the way out. Last one, big breath in, and a breath out. Good. On the inhale, bring the hands behind the head and then slowly lift your head, neck, and chest. Lift all the way up off those blocks. And you are done. You made it through stretch and mobility. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Remember, let me know any type of classes you want. We'll get them on here for you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.